So I qualified fourth, which I was pretty happy with. But I'd not got a setup before the pre-qualifying after the race briefing. Slight difference on this start to last night, in that it's just follow the leader. He can set the pace. There's no speed limit. But I believe there was some incident behind me. Saw Andy Lee's chatting away. I think is it Kai Schaefer? He had some sort of stutter issue, which caused him to brake. Oh, I see what happened. I didn't notice that Mark Newtlins had got a drive-through. Oh, that's annoying for him. I suppose he thought he didn't realise that he had to keep to the limit. So it looks like he dropped out. That's why he got out of the way fairly quickly then. I didn't know what was going on there. It was all a bit bouncy through this bit. Very bouncy, in fact. So this was fun. I think I nearly rammed Derek Bird. We're on the brakes, accelerating brakes, trying to get the tyres temperatures up. So we're all lining up for the start, which is at the end of the mountain section, just before the start of the Conrad Straight. I don't remember what they called the bend. So here we go. I think I've outrammed him here. Yeah, oh, there it was, yeah. Which is put me off actually. I didn't get a run at that corner, so that's a learning lesson. There's Mr. Newtlins getting out of the way, I suppose because of his drive-through. Shame. So I got a bit of a run on Derek Air, but I decided to back out. I didn't think it was sensible, that one. And I've got Andreas Pettersson behind, which is good because we had pretty much a race-long battle last night in the GT4s. I just don't like that corner. I think I'm going. I've spun out that many times there that I'm very wary of it. Looks like something's happened behind. Yeah, no, he's gone to the pit. Do his drive-through and get out of the way. He was flying in qualifying, it must have really annoyed him. So anyway, I couldn't really compete with Derek and Steve Proudly. I thought I was just going to sit in there and try and keep third. Oh, I'd like to have taken higher, but I've just not put any time in on the setup, so what do you do? It's all very bouncy through here. About went into the barrier there. That's one of the key things here, just keeping away from the walls, because if you take them the aero gets whacked and then you slow down the straights. I think Derek was after Steve there, but Steve's pretty seasoned, I think. So I was thinking last night I'd just seen a Swedish yellow and blue car in my rear mirror pretty much the whole race, and then it loomed up. It's just I'm not really driving it flat out. It's trying to control the way it dances around on the tyres. I don't know what setup I've got on it, but I think it was the aggressive setup with a bit of change to the dampers, trying to get the back end to stay on the ground, because as you went through the mountain it was lifting a rear wheel and you were spinning up the wheel in qualifying, so I was playing around with the rear end trying to stop that happening. I don't know what I did in the end. I did pump the tyres up pretty hard though, trying to keep the temperatures up, but towards the end I've not really succeeded. I was down in the mid 26s and below. and we can see Mr. Peterson behind, looming a bit larger in my mirror. And I like it when the crew chief tells me that the gap's 1 second behind, then it's 0.5, and then he says it's increasing to 0.9. I don't feel like 0.9 is a healthy gap. I prefer to see 30 seconds, which luckily I got at the end, because, well, you'll see, suddenly Andreas disappears, and I see a yellow dot behind me, and that must have blocked the track, and that just opened out a gap of about 17 seconds. And I just plodded on and sort of was in no man's land between Mr. Bird, Derek in front, and Andreas, sorry, no, who was it? It was Mr. Rick. Sorry, Rick Lernoff, is it? Sorry about these pronunciations on the names. I think this is Andy Lee's coming up here to be lapped because of his issue. He must have spent some time in the pits getting repairs. And he let me by at a nice safe place, which was good of him. Up here, I think. Yeah, that's it. I'd like to flash my brake lights or something to acknowledge you. Anyway, nice one. Like Andrews struggled to get by there, possibly. What's the gap? 1.18. Let's move this on a bit. Let's get a bit of battling with Andreas. Let's jump on a second lap, see where he is. No, it's still 1.5 behind. Let's jump on another lap. Yeah, here he comes, getting bigger. 0.86 now. As you can see, Derek's pulling away from me. Gap's 2.4, 2.5. Yeah, there's that Swedish yellow and blue. Whether it's just the concertina effect, but I seem to be quicker through the mountain than Andreas. But I'm not so fast on the straights. So whether it's my corner exits or he's running a slipperier car, I don't know. I know with a race, 6 rear wing, it was revving out before the last kink at the end of the Conrad straight. He's really close behind me now. Oh, understeer there. I think I see he's getting, is he getting bigger? I think he is. I've got a bit of extra space there on me. Struggling with that corner, I'm taking it really steadily. That was the corner he got me on last night. I overshot and went over the grass and kept it tight so he could go around me. It's not an unsafe, it wasn't an unsafe return. It was a fairly safe one last night. I hope that was appreciated. Let's move on to the mountain. There he is. Definitely seems to pull away a bit there. A lot. It's all a bit sketchy up here. It's definitely on the understeer side though, which is, I think, a safe thing here in this mountain. Oh, I was wanting to turn on me there a bit, so I was getting a bit wary. My back end was loose. Oh, there you go. It wanted to swap on me then. So I was fighting it from, what lap are we on? Lap 7. It started to get tricky. Here we go again, looming large. I'm trying to intimidate me there, a bit of wibbling, a bit of wobbling. Jeff's telling me not to be intimidated by him anyway. Is it Jeff? I don't know who it is. Let's go up to the mountain again. Just about. Oh, there he goes. Where's he going? Oh, I got a bad corner. Let's go back to see what. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, saved it. But yeah, I had to let him go here. I did actually think at one point, okay, he's gone by, let him go and get Derek. Hopefully they'll have coming together, which is not a nice thing to wish on people, but that's what I thought. And let me slide through into second. But it didn't quite work out like that. I think Andreas was struggling with the car just as much as me. There we go, he's gone wide there, and then I think he loses it. He must have hit the wall in the mountain, down this downhill bit, on this next bend, because I think he was against the wall. Yeah, there you go. But I couldn't. He did let me through down here, which was kind of him. And I thought he'd perhaps given up the game or damaged the car, but I don't think so, because he was right up my rear pipe again. I nearly said something then. I didn't know. So here we go, here we go. Just getting, I was flat up to that point. Towards the end of the race I was having to lift a little bit on that bend. Oh yeah, again, pour through there, and again he's right on me. Oh, he's not giving up. Again, I seem to have got that corner probably a bit better. That one, this one's all about getting the exit right here and getting that drive down this straight. I think it may be this lap where he disappears. Could be wrong. So he's 0.9593 behind now. Again, close behind me. I'm definitely more tentative now. Although, again, he struggles up the climb there. So although you think you're slow, based on that, I'm not as slow as Andrew. He must be struggling now, because he's dropped back a lot. And then is this the one where he disappears? That wasn't a very good downhill section there. Sometimes you just got to accept you've screwed it up and make sure you actually get around the corners, even if that means losing quite a bit of time. Well, that's what I did anyway. Move this on a little bit to about there. So he's quite a way behind here. I think I tried to pick up the pace a little bit here, worried about the tyres dropping off too fast. And then the smaller dot in that mirror. It's lovely to see that dot getting smaller. Yeah, it's not so much fun racing, but if you're there for the points, which I'd like to have a serious push this year. So last season, not until the Monza race did I realise I wasn't getting full throttle for the whole season. Calibration on my pedals. Since then I've been up there, so I've probably, with some of the good qualifying I'd had last season, that was, it must have been through the cornering because I was losing oodles on the straight. No, it's still there. Let's go back to the mountain again. No, it's still behind, 0.95. Let's take it forward a bit more. When did he lose it? What that was it? I think it was about half distance. I think. No, I think he's still there. I was beginning to relax a little bit here, thinking, well, I did think, is he either resting a little, saving his tyres, or not, but I think the incident's possibly happened now. Let's have a see. Yeah, his time's not showing now. He's not come through the timing beam. I'm nearly getting him 10 seconds behind Derek then. Yeah. Yes, Andreas has gone. Yeah, Mr. Mark Pocock's in second now. So it must have really screwed him up. Whatever happened. Right, well, from now on it's pretty much just visit the back markers. All of whom were pretty good to me. Let's just show them. Who's this? I can't recall who they were. I think it might have been Mr. Miles, that. Yeah, I think I left Mr. Lorem, Mr. Souza. I think we got Andy Lees again. Followed him through the mountain. As I put in the Facebook post, I thought it's pointless going crazy through the mountain, especially when you've not got somebody on your tail. Thought I'd just make sure we got through safely, and then he was politely let me through right before the start of the Conrod. Let's go forward a bit. There we go. So somebody else coming up here. I think this is Mr. Souza. Let's see what we've got here. I think that is him, yeah, in his orange and green. He went wide to let me through. Yeah, that's good of him. Probably better to have just taken the corner and then kept your speed on. My 13 seconds behind Derek. I think Derek must have had an issue because I'm sure later on I wasn't that far behind. It got down to about 6. Then it went up again after following some back markers. Let's whiz through. Few wiggles there. What have we got here? Who was that? Was that Mr. Lorem? Can't remember. It's a bit wibbly, as you saw there. Need to do quite a bit of correction. Technical term, wibbly. again, thank you. Yeah, having to lift a bit now. Lost the confidence. I think that's handy in front. There he is. Yeah, this is where I had to follow him through the mountain, which was fair. After his success in the GT4, it's a shame that he was compromised today. But what I did find here is, because I was not doing my normal speed and lines, it can actually throw you. I think I hit the wall down the bottom. I know I nearly lost it because I just wasn't really prepared for that speed going down the hill. So I just be zapping it through there, but just here, I think it was just here, right there. Oh, whoa! Nearly got the wall. So there. I wasn't doing my normal speed and line. There we go. He lets me through down here. I wasn't sure which way. That way. That's it. Okay, let's whiz forward a bit now then. That sunlight is a killer. And it's worse in VR because you haven't got the... Oh, and then I overshot nearly. Oh. What have we got in front of us here? I'm coming to the last lap now. From what I remember, I took it very steadily. I'm not getting full throttle again here. I'll have to have a look at the pedals. That's a problem. I'll sort that out with the GT3. Look at that. Oh, there's a little bit. That's the race then. Let's have a look at the results. Quite a big gap. And then... that's it. Okay. That was my race. Now on to GT3. Thank you very much.